why anxiety doesn't go away on the spiritual path. Well, first of all, we expect anxiety or uncomfortable feelings to just disappear when we have some kind of awakening experience. And it's that hope of everything magically being made perfect somehow that actually causes more suffering and more resistance to what is. On the spiritual path, we meet all, or maybe not all, but we meet more and more of our beliefs about ourselves, about life. We meet our conditioning, our old patterns, wounds, traumas. And as we see more and more that who we thought we were is not true, is not what we thought it was, and we lose more and more ground that we thought we were standing on, that we thought was stable and secure, we start to open more and more to life itself, but at the same time, there can be more anxiety because life is seen to be unknown. And we realize that all the controlling mechanisms cannot really control. All the beliefs that I am someone who knows, or I can navigate my life and manage my life, when we see that these beliefs are not true, we free fall in not knowing. And first of all, there can be more felt anxiety, fear. And we are confronted with our beliefs or our hopes that when we would wake up, that everything would magically become perfect. And at first it might feel quite disappointing, or as if somehow you haven't quite got it, or that you're doing something wrong. But essentially, it is not about becoming somehow perfect, but meeting what is actually here. And if what is actually here is anxiety, then this, in fact, is the invitation to wake up to that. And what is anxiety? It is a physical response of the nervous system, of the body. It is a pattern of this body. It is a survival mechanism. And we all have different levels of anxiety or fear based on our own journey in this life. And so it's very natural that these mechanisms of the body would continue. So you might wonder, well, how does awakening help our human experience? Well, on one hand, it is not about helping and fixing it. As long as we are trying to use the spiritual path or awakening to fix our experience, we will still be trying to negotiate with the experience, and we're still believing somehow that this anxiety means that I'm not there yet, or that there's something wrong or missing in my experience. But if we can meet it just as it is and see that it doesn't mean anything, then resistance falls away more and more. Resistance is the meaning that we give to it. We give it meaning because we think that it means something about me, right? It feeds into my identity, and this is the pushback against the experience, because we're afraid that this experience, if I let it in, it will disturb my identity. But this identity that we've believed in is not who we really are. So then anxiety doesn't mean anything about who you are. It is simply what is arising, sensations felt. Even if there are thoughts happening, this is what's arising, and it also doesn't mean anything about who I am. And also in this process of seeing more and more that I am not who I think I am, and meeting the direct experience more and more, there is a softening, an opening, and unconditionally loving or accepting whatever is here. And this doesn't mean that you have to like every experience or enjoy every experience. Anxiety, for example, is very uncomfortable. But at the same time, this is what's here. And when we are not fighting it or believing it means something, it can just be here as an invitation to meet myself in this. And we're not meeting it in order to get rid of it, because that can be a sneaky way to keep believing in some kind of hope and meaning for a me. But we're meeting it simply because this is what's here. And it's all welcome to be here.